Nice Hash, you actually don't actually mine the crypto. Well, you kind of do. You're just renting out your hash rate, and the person that's like actually renting your machine mines whatever they want with your machine.
Okay, live. Okay, welcome to Fruiting Body Podcast with your host, Brendan. Today we have an interesting guest. It is the crypto kid, Tiger Lee. You're going to love this episode. I'll tell the backstory a little bit more about how I know Tiger and his father. He's sitting over there. We can't really cut to the camera. But today this podcast is for anyone that's interested in the general understanding of crypto, but more specifically, we're going to get into mining, do-it-yourself mining, staking, liquidity pools, and Tiger's just going to be telling us his stories of his experience. Tiger's only 15 years old, and he is a phenom. We've built you up, so...
I don't know what a phenom
An
is.
absolute legend. He's killing it in the crypto world. And he's just going to tell us his experience and what he's done. And this also goes out to, I guess, any kids in his position that would also like to get into crypto, because it might be a little bit, scary at first. But the reality is we're going to peel back the layers of those onions and start to understand really what he's been doing and what it's all about. Okay, Hans, cut it on over. We're good. Thanks, Tiger, for joining us. The first thing we always ask is, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Where are you from? Where did you grow up? How old are you? What schools did you go to?
Yeah, so I was born in Phuket, and I got into crypto last year thanks to, my dad and some YouTube videos.
What was your first introduction into crypto? Did you stumble upon it, or how did your dad introduce you into it?
Well, I kind of actually found out because of YouTube.
Yeah.
I didn't have any money at all, and I would like to buy game skins and stuff. So I searched up easy way to make money, and I came across videos that talked about crypto mining. And I had a decent GPU at the time. I still have the exact same GPU. I started crypto mining on that. And from there, I just researched more about other cryptos, and that's how I got into the crypto space.
Skins, meaning were you playing Fortnite at this time?
Yes.
Okay.
Mostly Fortnite.
That's interesting. A lot of, I won't go down this rabbit hole on NFTs, but that's essentially a skin is an NFT, and now they're being sold. Do you see yourself getting into the alt gaming, let's say alt gaming tokens, the crypto side of gaming? Is that something you've investigated?
I've been told by my dad's friends about the games, but I never actually looked into it. A lot of them saying that it's going to be successful, easy, and fun to play. I never actually checked them out, unfortunately.
Well, I think that opens the door for Hans. Damn it. All right, Hans, tell us your damn gaming token.
Why are you starting with this already?
Well, I don't know. We went down that rabbit hole. Just tell us quickly what gaming token are you doing? I don't even know. We're not even selling this. Somehow immediately it went to that.
No, I'm on DeFi Kingdom. So basically, it's on the Harmony blockchain.
Yeah.
So you buy one coin, and then it has the same. They have liquidity pools, and you can stake it. They have a jeweler, whatever. But they moved over to the Avalanche blockchain now. And now with the new Avalanche blockchain, you take your jewel, you take your pairs, the jewel and the X jewel, and you split it 50-50. And you harvest crystal in the new Avalanche blockchain.
My God.
Basically, that's what it is.
Okay. Have you done any research into that yet?
Well,
maybe not that game, but
no. Recently, I just went to CoinGecko and saw DeFi Kingdom. It was top 100 already.
Hans just shut me up.
So.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate for you.
Oh no. Okay, I got to look into that then. No, I'm definitely not. No. I'm not going.
It's number 2. I think it's number 2, just
in the gaming
Axie Infinity.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
100%.
All right, I'll check it.
Sleeping on this.
Yeah. So, I was with your dad I think yesterday we were walking on the beach, and he was explaining you were getting into mining. Can you talk a little bit about how you got into mining, specifically what hardware you're using, and how does that all work?
So I got into mining I didn't know at all when I first got into it. My first ever pool was called Nano Pool, and that was like confusing. It wasn't simplified. It was all stuff you had to like know about. And so I gave up on it. A couple months later, my teacher Max at Life School Phuket started crypto mining with his 3080, and he used Nice Hash. So that's how I found out about Nice Hash and actually started mining there. At that time, crypto was the best, 60,000 on Bitcoin, and I was making $3 a day with one computer.
What month or year was this around?
I think it was.
So it's got to be a cycle
sure.
before, right? So you're talking to the early 2000, like March,
after 2021. Like
after 2021.
during 2021, I mean.
Yeah, so probably about a year ago then, I would
Yeah.
guess. When you were getting now, let's explain Nice Hash. I've done my research on that. Can you explain about it? It is a software that's connected to your hardware that is helping with the mining, but how does that all interconnect and how does that work?
So Nice Hash, you actually don't actually mine the crypto. Well, you kind of do. You're just renting out your hash rate, and the person that's like actually renting your machine mines whatever they want with your machine, and they of course will make a percentage profit of how much they use.
So they're essentially mining the Bitcoin and kind of giving you would you say it's almost like a commission, or they're giving you a percentage back of what they mine by using your hardware and power consumption as well?
They use my hardware, and they give less than what I'm supposed to actually get. So
can you determine what like percentage of your GPU they're using, which means like, so you can continue to do, let's say, work or game, and at the same time they are mining? Is that possible that you can put limits on it?
I don't think you can actually put limits on it. I tried gaming and crypto mining at the same time. I was crypto mining at one point and then played CS:GO. My mega hash, which is what
it's what's used off the like the processing on the back on the GPU itself.
Yeah.
So that doesn't affect it at all?
Well, it does a lot. I was averaging 25 mega hash before actually playing a game. Then I got into CS:GO, and then my mega hash just went to 5 mega hash, and I was making like 20 cents.
What do you see happening in the mining world now, especially with like, you understand the halvening, like that will
kinda.
be okay. So it's basically you're getting less. I think it's the next one they say will be around May 2024, where you get half as much Bitcoin on the mining. Therefore, you need double the power to get what you would have got for the Bitcoin side. Where do you see yourself in this mining space, let's say in the next year?
Well, I think I'll be continuously mining no matter the profitability, because I'm getting free electricity. I don't have to pay that. Thanks, Dad.
But you're also, what are your takeaways? You're learning from this experience. Like, I'm assuming you started about a year ago.
Yeah.
And that year, especially in the crypto space, it goes by so fast and you learn so much that you forget what you're actually learning. If you had, someone similar to yourself or your friends that were first looking to get into mining, what's the best advice you could give them?
Always do your own research. Always. Later down this road, I found a dude that made that found good projects that's actually profitable. Everyone says he was great. People were 10xing their money, and then he announced a new project, a gem they call it.
Yeah.
A new 100x project. In 1 hour, the price of that token doubled because of his community, and I was one of the people that got into it. Unfortunately, I borrowed money from my dad. I didn't ask my sister or my aunt, my stepmom, to invest, but they're like, "Oh, this is gonna 100x. Let me buy in," and I had to repay them back because of that. Kind of lost like a lot of their money.
Was it a pump and dump?
Kind of. That's what it seems. But this person says that he misread the white paper or something because he thought it was a node project.
Okay.
And node projects do well generally, and
this one, it's kind of everyone, his community's pumping it, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to a certain price, and then, you know, people are selling. Did they put like a time restriction on that? Meaning, like, as you enter into this project, you need to be, before you could cash out, you're in it for 60 or 90 days?
no, he just like recommends what you should do when you're in the project,
Okay.
and yeah, that's really what he does.
And again, that's a good learning experience, because you're able to, maybe if those projects come again around, you're able to, you know, maybe not jump on them so quickly. Can you explain what are node projects?
Oh, node projects, they're basically you buy their token and then you buy a node on their website for certain, or DApp, for a certain amount of coins, and per day they pay you a certain amount of their coin. Like the most popular node out there, Strong Node or Strong Block, I'm pretty sure one of the two. They're the best nodes out there. I think they're going downhill now. I think the best node is Thor nodes or something.
Yeah, and then we were talking about Thor Swap. I'm sure this is all connected in that sense. I'm generally asking from interest, because I really don't know much about nodes. If you're going to purchase a node, do you purchase it through like your KYC or centralized exchanges, or do you have to go to the DeFi? How do you go about buying a node?
You go into their DApp, which is like a decentralized application they make for their actual own project.
Got it.
And then connect your wallet, have their tokens, and then just buy the node.
What type of wallet are you using to connect? Are you using like a hot wallet, like a MetaMask, or can you connect by like a Binance wallet as well?
MetaMask.
You're using MetaMask.
Yeah.
And I was asking your dad about that yesterday. He was telling me you don't use any cold storage. Are you all your trading, is it done through the exchange, or is everything being done through your hot wallet MetaMask?
Well, I kind of had phases. I was like one point only using exchanges. Another point I was only doing MetaMask, and right now I'm doing exchanges again.
Do you see? I only use Ledger cold storage.
Yeah.
That's it. Do you see yourself? Have you thought about going into cold storage at all?
Kind
Okay.
of, but yeah.
I have some water. No worries. Yeah, I got about 4 ledgers right now, and I used to be in your position.
Yeah.
With the MetaMask, but like, it's scary shit. Like, if someone can easily hack that, do you have any fear of that? Do you see yourself using Ledger?
I can see myself using Ledger, but I think I would prefer using exchanges, because I don't think people that have your Gmail and password has your phone for 2FA code. Yeah. So I think that's like fine.
The exchange is fine as well, but now can all those exchanges, when let's say when you're going to buy a node, like, are you able to connect an exchange wallet through the DApp to purchase a node, or do you need to use the MetaMask?
No, as far as my knowledge go, only MetaMask and Trust Wallet.
Okay, so then maybe that question, if anyone's listening, is probably super technical. Yeah. You understood it though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so see, what I do is I'm using MetaMask as a third party, but I've connected. So when you open the MetaMask, there's a setting button there, and it says connect your hardware wallet. So actually, when I go to purchase something like on OpenSea's NFTs, or just in general, let's say through the DApp, I could be in a liquidity pool. When I go to connect my wallet, I am using MetaMask, but I'm using my Ledger through the MetaMask, as that's my wallet. So
you imported the wallet?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've imported the wallet. So when I go to, let's say, I don't know, simple swap Ethereum to maybe wrapped Ethereum, whatever. If I'm going to do the swap and I go through PancakeSwap and I do the swap, it will go to sign to the MetaMask, but physically my Ledger needs to be connected to my laptop, and the signing can only be done there.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. That's why I was saying get the Ledger, and then what you'll get is like a plate for your 24-word password, because that's probably the scariest part to me. Yeah. The interesting part about the Ledger is that you own your own keys, right? Yeah. In that sense. Now, at the end of the day, it's still centralized because, well, Ledger's a network. Yeah. However, you can read into it. They have some crazy security on that side. But it's the only way you can own the keys to your wallet. You don't own the keys to your wallet on Binance. But that goes to say if Binance was hacked, then, well, the whole crypto world would probably fall apart, right?
Yeah. Well, there are other exchanges.
I mean, crypto.com and blah, blah, blah.
Bybit.
Which exchanges are you currently using? And how, I don't know, can we talk about that? How are you able to sign up? You got a loop? Yeah, maybe there's something are we able to share that? I mean, it's all deregulated. So if any kids come out, because that's the first question they're going to ask. You're only 15 years old, but you have these accounts. So there's some sort of loophole there. I don't know. We can't expose that. Just you can plead the fifth. Next question is fine.
Just use your dad's identity. Yeah, that always works.
There we go.
Yeah, some of them don't have KYC.
Oh, really?
Verification. Yeah.
Which ones is that? Yeah, for not that you don't need KYC and they're centralized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bybit and KuCoin, they're both great exchanges. Bybit I mainly use because they do futures, derivatives on cryptocurrencies, like most cryptocurrencies.
Okay, I want to understand that. I've been looking into futures and derivatives on Bitcoin. I haven't fully understood it. I'm not a finance major in that sense. But before we jump into that, let's say KuCoin.
Yeah.
Can I open a KuCoin account and attach a Thai bank account to it?
Well, I never actually tried that. I always had my crypto in as crypto. I never tried depositing.
Okay, I see what you mean. So everything, let's call it your onboarding is done through KYC.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We've cracked that code. Again, because I'm looking for ways to onboard you without using BitCub, because obviously I need a certain documentation to do that. Anyways, we'll forget about that. Okay, back to you're saying KuCoin. You can purchase future derivatives of, let's say, Bitcoin. Can you explain what are futures? Explain that concept a little bit more.
Well, as far as I know, they're basically just gambling if the crypto is going to go up or down in price. But with this, you actually have indicators to show if like people are overbuying, which will cause the price will go up, or overselling, which will cause the price to go down. Now, most of these times, these indicators aren't accurate.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to need a lot of experience.
What indicators? And this is on the technical analysis side. So I'm aware of a few, like the MACD and RSI.
EMAs and stuff.
You're looking more at like the moving average lines. Yeah. Okay, so very, very basic indicators. And how are you executing your trade? Are you kind of doing a little bit of technical analysis? Is it coming more from the community and what they're saying? Or how do you make that execution or that decision?
I kind of do both. Recently, I've been trying to do technical analysis, but I haven't put any order in because the couple of trades before that was failures. Not my technical analysis, though, just trades by other people. Yeah. And so I got scared and afraid, and so I stopped trading. And then I see at the spot where I wanted to trade but didn't, went up. So that gives me a little more confidence in my signals and indicators. Yeah. And in the community side, there's a person I know that does derivatives, and he does great call-outs. But some of those call-outs has costed me money.
Yeah,
and made me a lot of money though.
But then, and that kind of goes back to what you said at the beginning. Still do your own research. So even when someone does a call out, do you dig a bit deeper? Do you go down that rabbit hole to try to investigate where that call out's coming from?
Well, not really. I kind of check if that crypto has gone close to my liquidated price, because I use leverage. Which is scary and is very. Just very scary.
What are you doing leverage? Like 25, 10?
25.
Holy shit.
Actually, both 25
that
and
doesn't
10. I made $480 on it. So.
Yeah, but it leverage scares me in the I've done leverage in Forex, but leverage on crypto, I mean, it moves, 0.5% one direction, you've lost it all. Have you had any experiences with that where, you've had some major leverage and you're looking at your data like, yep.
Yeah.
Could you tell us a story about like a disaster leverage trade?
Yeah, yesterday when Bitcoin was $47,000, today it's $45,000. And most cryptos follow Bitcoin. And I longed AVAX, Avalanche.
Okay.
With $200, and I woke up the next morning seeing that it's down like $200, $290 because of Bitcoin dropping 2,000.
So you went long on this trade, and what was your leverage on that?
25x.
So the second it moved down at all, it was probably gone in about seconds, no?
No, I had it since last night.
Okay.
This morning I exited because I didn't want to lose all my money.
What was it at Avalanche when you got in, and what was it this morning?
I got in at, I'm pretty sure I got in at 98.
Yep.
And then it went down to 90.
Yeah. So there's your 25. It's gone quick. But that's what?
One day.
See, okay. So I'll give you an example of technical analysis.
Yeah.
And if you called me last night, I would have said, do not make that trade. What's happening now with Bitcoin from a technical analysis standpoint, it's stuck. It needs to pass the 200 moving average line on the daily charts. So what's happening now, it's consolidating because we've had such a rise that it needs a healthy reset. Things can't just go up. And that's what I'm watching. I'm watching it very, very closely. And if you look at, let's say what day is today? April 1st.
Yeah.
So if we look at April 1st, same idea. Again, everything's following Bitcoin, Ethereum as well. So Ethereum went up to 34. It's trying to pass the 200 moving average line, but it's getting squeezed on the 50 EMA, exponential moving average line. So I know that I'm not going to go long on something that it's trying to get through that's the resistance. And it's gone up about 20% in 2 weeks. So it needs to healthily come back down minimum 15.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just eyeing Ethereum to make an entrance at maybe 3.1. And that's watching it come down to the 50 EMA.
Yeah.
And then you just monitor that closely and it should bounce off it. And it's going to make another run at the 200 moving average. But something like Bitcoin yesterday at 47,000, I wouldn't have gone long.
Yeah.
But anyways, but if you learn basic fundamentals of let's say charting, have you looked at? Do you do any charting? Do you understand support lines, regression resistance lines?
I know support. Not sure about support, but I'm pretty sure resistance. I know
that's
where
the top.
It goes down a little bit here, and then maybe a small up, and that's like resistance.
Well, the resistance will essentially be you chart, and it's hard to show visually, but or explain it in that sense. But it's basically so an example: all-time high Bitcoin. Therefore, resistance is 69,000. That's the resistance line. So we know when it makes another run at 69, well, it's not just gonna smash through 69. It's going to bounce off that, and that those are good indicators on when you should get in and when you should get out. On your side, you're starting to do your own technical analysis research now. How do you go about teaching yourself? Whether it's technical analysis, staking, mining, whatever. Is it all YouTube?
Mostly YouTube, and I would back test the strategy first. I would go back in time, and I would see. I would use the strategies like, these two indicators are showing me that I should go long, and then I would see if I would make profit doing long, and if I do, that's a win, and I'll just do a bunch of those to see if this strategy is profitable. Do
you take the qualitative analysis into consideration? Meaning, I also backtrack indicators, and historically, what have these indicators on this chart on this time frame showed in the past? But what's important too is when you're looking at that specific spot of the specific point in time of those indicators for a proof of concept, you should also go back and look at the news. Yeah. What was going on in the news at that time? Was there inflation? Was the Ukraine going to war with
Yeah.
Russia, this stuff as well, because at the end of the day, like we all know crypto has basically gone sideways since what?
Yeah.
January, February?
Well, no, I think this since January, Bitcoin was at 36,000. Bitcoin's at 45 now. It might go down.
Yeah, it might go down. What do you see happening? What do you think will happen with Bitcoin over the next, let's say, 6 months?
That depends on Putin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that, no, I mean, that's actually a fair statement. There is too much uncertainty in that sense, right? Like they don't know, are they going to war? Are they not going to war? Therefore, uncertainty, not investment. So
I think they already went to war, didn't they?
Well, let's say the next phase of, okay, Ukraine is ours, and like no more Ukrainian flag. We don't know. Anyways, I don't like to talk about this too much because this is the problem with that is YouTube bans us. YouTube goes, all right, that's propaganda. No, we're not posting this video. Okay, let's talk about some staking and liquidity pools and how you got into those, and maybe what you're doing now with them.
So the first time I got into staking was because my dad's friend, Muscle, was it? Yeah. I don't know his actual name. I'm pretty sure that's his nickname.
I'm sure Stu's friends all got nicknames.
Yeah, he told my dad about these two coins called Static and Charge, and they were doing 6% per day, which at the time I don't think is much, but now
Jesus Christ,
I know that's a lot.
Yeah.
And wait, no, it was actually 1.5% a day.
Okay.
But, like a couple months before that, it was 6%.
But still, that's insane. It's
yeah. And I went into that. I made a little profit. And then after that, I just went on Twitter and YouTube and searched for staking projects. And I went into this site that I think my dad's friend also told us about called Beefy Finance. Yeah, Beefy Finance.
Beefy Finance.
Yeah.
And it's like an information.
No, it actually stakes the coins as well, the tokens, with auto compounding, so you don't have to compound it yourself. And I went onto the Phantom network, and I saw this coin. I think it was called 2 shares, and that was 13% a day. So I went into that, and I thought still that wasn't a lot. I thought 15% was a lot.
Holy God.
Now me looking at stocks and stuff, I know that's a lot.
Yeah, but those liquidity pools are extremely risky.
Yeah.
Did you do well in those ones?
Yeah, in 2 shares I did decently well actually. I went in, it's kind of went sideways. It went down, and the amount I was staking
Went up.
equalized to that. So I would stay at the same amount I put in because I would be getting more of the token.
Yeah.
And the token price would be going down.
So yeah, these staking pools, I've been looking at Thor Swap, and recently I was doing the research on this. There's a video I meant to watch before you jumped in. It's going deep into Thor Swap. I'll send it to you later. Send it to your dad. Thor Swap is what they allow. It's a swapping platform, let's say, and they have like 8 blockchains in there, like Ethereum, Bitcoin's on there.
I think that might just be like a general swap, like Pancake.
Similar, yeah. And they're bringing in Luna now. So Luna will be on there within the month, and you'll be able to go into liquidity pools and stake UST with their coin Rune. Is that it? Runa. There it is. But it's spelled R.
It's just Rune.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, it's Rune. RUNE. I'm looking at this one right now. Are you staking anything right now? Are you in the market? Are you in any trades?
Mostly I'm just in derivatives right now, just to see if I would make money. And that's all I'm doing currently.
Now that part I don't understand. What do you mean you're in derivatives? Could you explain that to like a 5-year-old?
I'm learning technical analysis.
Okay. So you're so you're not executing any trades at the moment.
I am a little from the community's callouts, and that's the only trades I'm executing really.
What communities are you in, and where do these communities engage? Where do they live? Is it Twitter, Signal, WhatsApp?
I guess it's kind of a service. So there's this one person that just does call outs. He does crazy leverage, like 100x leverage, 50x, 1.125x leverage.
Here, push that up a bit.
Oh.
I guess that's okay down there. Yeah, that's
okay.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I was saying, 50x to 125x leverage, and that was just mad. And it was like $50 per month to join his VIP.
Would you call that a DAO?
I wouldn't say so.
It's not but where are you? How is he giving you that information?
Oh, you would find him on Twitter because he would post about his winnings on Twitter.
Got it.
And then you go to his website, buy his service, and he'll add you to the VIP Telegram group.
Got it.
And
Yeah.
from there, I've just been trying to make profit off that. That's actually his signals were the signals that made me $480.
That's interesting. See, immediately I'm too skeptical. I'm of those people that are telling you you're gonna 10, 20x. I just believe it could be a bit of bullshit. You never know. Like also, well, if they're like pushing their own coins and then pumping and dumping them, that's where I get a bit concerned.
I don't know. It was like Rune and Bitcoin and those like top 100 coins.
Yeah, they pushed it like Rune. Let's say the end of February, Rune was at like $3. I think it's at 12 or 13 right now. Have you been watching ApeCoin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like made by the
Bored Ape
Apes.
Yacht Club owners.
Yeah.
This is all in the NFT space. Have you done any research into the NFT side? Do you see yourself getting involved in that?
I did get into Solana NFTs. I watched like 3 hours worth of how to flip NFTs. Never was not worth it. Didn't actually make any successful flips. Dead projects. And one night I was on tilt, and I kind of just like went half a Solana into a random project I didn't know. I thought it was gonna go big because it was on the main. It was gonna launch on the main Solana NFT market, I guess.
Maybe I don't know if they have their own. I don't know if it's Rareables or
It's
there's
like Magic Den or something.
Okay, there's so many different ones.
Yeah.
They're essentially just third-party applications.
Yeah.
But they're probably on the Solana blockchain. Yeah. Because like most of the other ones, like Bored Ape Yacht Club, everything's on OpenSea's on the Ethereum blockchain.
It's on solanaart.io.
Solanaart.io.
Solanaart.
That's the second website.
See, I haven't got on because I
Lost a ton of money there.
You did? Yeah, because you're always trying to sell me horse shit. No,
I was learning.
Oh my God. I forget what you were sending me. I was like, get this out of here. The good thing about the Solana blockchain is because the gas fees are low.
Yeah, very low.
So I was buying back in December, and like I did some trades like during minting that were like $500 in gas.
Yeah.
But you were buying them so cheap that you kind of made money immediately. Like you bought them at like 0.27 ETH, $500 in gas, and then 2 days later they were worth like 1 ETH. So the $500 didn't really matter. It's all relative. But no, NFTs it's a crazy space. Be careful
I wouldn't get into NFTs.
Yeah, I'm in it, but I'm only in it because I know on one thing that I'm doing. Every time people ask me what other projects are you doing, I'm like, I don't know. The problem with the NFT space is like one day in NFT world feels like a week. There's just so much going on. Is there any other interesting, let's call them, I wouldn't call them like shit coins. Are you looking at like meme coins?
Well, actually a large percent of my portfolio has actually been made from Dogecoin.
Getting in early? When
I
did you
got
get
in
in?
at 5 cents.
Okay.
Put $60 in for fun. And it went to 73 cents, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't sell because I thought it was going to ride to $1.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned not to be too greedy.
And where is it at right now?
I think it's 13 cents now.
13 cents now.
I sold out at 15 cents.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that would have been last year. There was a lot of hype behind it, right? Are you looking at any other coins right now at the moment? Because there's so many of these. Like again, they're called. I guess the term is shit coins.
Shit coins.
Yeah. Right.
No, I don't think I'm looking at any altcoins.
Yeah, it's too.
I think I'm just looking at the top 200 coins because of the dude.
This guy, what's his name on Twitter?
It was like Crypto Cobra or Cobra Crypto.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
There's all these guys out there, right?
Yeah.
And when you sign up on his website, he's giving you the signals. Are you able to communicate in that signal atmosphere, that environment with other people involved? Or is it kind of like he's dropping the information and that's it? Or like, are you able to communicate with the community?
No, you can only either just talk to the owner privately, and that's actually just it.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
And besides getting those calls, are you doing any of your own research as well?
Yeah, I'm looking into technical analysis.
Just
like I said.
And
Yeah.
that's more just training for yourself.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself, are you going to just teach yourself, or would you take one of those crypto courses?
I'm going to try to teach myself at first, and if it goes sideways and unsuccessful, I'll just go into one of those courses.
I honestly, I think you'll learn more teaching yourself than the courses. The problem with those courses, it's like if it's 10 chapters, the first 4 are like, I get it. And I find it's going to take you, like if there's 10 chapters, probably chapters 7 to 8, you'll find value. And the rest is like, probably chapter 1 is how to open a MetaMask or something ridiculous, right? But yeah, definitely technical analysis will be your best friend on crypto, at least so you understand entry and exit points.
Yeah.
Besides that, what do your friends think about what you're doing? Do you have a community in Phuket of similar like-minded people like yourself that are also the same age?
Well, I don't actually know anyone that is young as me that does crypto. Yeah, no.
And when you talk to your friends at school or just in general, when you share this information with them, or do you, or is it just too far over their head?
They don't do any crypto, so I just don't talk about crypto to them. Just talk about games.
Are you currently still gaming in the Fortnite world, or?
No, I'm not really playing much Fortnite. I think I would be playing Valorant mostly, and CS:GO sometimes. I got Forza Horizon 4 and an actual wheel controller.
So this is a racing game. It's a computer game.
Yeah.
As well. Well, that's the interesting part. They say that all game tokens will be a big part of this year, but the games are quite. I don't think they can get more complicated than maybe RPG.
Yeah.
Like Axie Infinity, it's more of like a child's game, but they're producing tokens. Have you looked into Decentraland? Have you looked into any of the metaverses like Decentraland and the Sandbox?
I did do a trade with. No, I didn't do a trade, but Cobra Crypto He did a call out on that and made 400%.
On Sandbox or Decentraland?
AX.
On Axie Infinity. Yeah, they're probably even a top
50.
They must be a top 50 coin as well right now. I think so. I
think it was like 43 or something.
I know Sandbox is up there. Sandbox hit like $8. That would have been in November. That's an interesting coin. I'm still looking. I'm keeping an eye at sand right now. I think it's around 350, but the all-time high was 8. I think it could break 10. It's just a matter of time. Are you looking into the metaverse at all? Do you see anything? Have you done any research on that side?
No, I haven't. I haven't actually gone into the crypto side of the metaverse.
Yeah, it's still a bit early. I think the technology is not really there for virtual reality.
It's like 2D games.
Yeah, everything is 2D, and
bit.
And it's more like it's not optimized yet for your mobile. It's still, everything is pretty much, you're going to need for these games to work, you still need a pretty heavy duty computer. So I want to go back to like the liquidity pool stuff, because even for me, that's interesting. I'm starting to get into it because I understand that once you get into crypto, these liquidity pools can, if you're following the cycle of Bitcoin, you want to get out at the high and get back in at the low. The liquidity pools can be a good place to enter. When you started getting into liquidity pools, what was the reasoning behind that? Was that purely just from word of mouth and you're interested in it? Or was it involved in like your actual trading and getting in and getting out and using those liquidity pools, to, let's say, play it safe?
I think I was just doing it to make money, honestly.
Do you foresee like this, like, where do you foresee yourself getting involved back into the liquidity pools? Are you kind of diversifying around this whole crypto sphere? Yeah,
kind of, with staking mostly. Right now, I'm not gonna do any staking, and if I were to, I'd probably get into the whitelist if they do that. Do they do whitelist?
Whitelist forced, really like being able to mint, you mean?
I guess be the first people to invest in their coins.
Correct. Yeah, that's usually, we use this terminology in the NFT space. Whitelist meaning like you get, you know, VIP access to mint their coin at the beginning.
Or NFTs.
Or NFTs.
And nodes even.
And that's interesting. See, my experience when trading off a whitelist, if you whitelist and you mint immediately, the price, it's probably it's gonna rocket up because all those people that are on the public side, they get, you know, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Finally, when they get the FOMO, and then when the public gets the opportunity to mint and they finally get in and purchase, the price goes up. That's when you get out.
Yeah.
You get out you get out way before the top because the public's buying. It's going to drive it up, but you need to get out before they stop buying. Yeah. And as you get out, you could get out. Let's say if you mint it at 1, you get out at 10. It's probably going to drop back down to 2, and then you take your profits and buy it too.
Yeah,
that's it.
That was my plan for a while. In the MetaMask phase, I found these projects that was like a pyramid scheme, and some of the projects they did on Polygon, Phantom, Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, and the successful ones were called like Matic FOMO, Phantom FOMO.
Yeah.
And I actually got into those and actually made like money. On Matic FOMO, I think I made double of what I put in, and same for Phantom FOMO. I didn't get into the Avalanche FOMO because that was before Matic and Phantom FOMO. Yeah.
So then, when you're getting in, you're purchasing their coin?
Well, this is kind of different. This is really just a ROI system where you put money in, and the devs would take like 5% of that out, and give it to the devs and stuff.
Yeah, for marketing,
and,
whatever.
Yeah. And the other 95% would be used to fuel their contract with money, and people that get in first obviously make their money back, and the people that get in a week later lose all their money. Really.
Yeah, they're just stuck there holding the bag. So what you're attaching, or sorry, how are you purchasing this? Through their website, attaching a wallet?
Attaching your MetaMask wallet and having the actual coin that
they've released.
Yeah, no, they didn't release a coin, just like Avalanche coin or Phantom coin.
Got it. Okay, so it's like you're staking the Phantom coin,
the network's coin.
That network's coin.
Yeah.
Into their system, and then when you pull out and you've made your profit, you're getting that. For example, are you getting AVAX back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then where do you go to their website and connect your wallet on their website?
Yeah.
Doesn't that scare the shit out of you?
Well, yeah, kind of. But I always I have this website I know called Haze Crypto. It does audits, which kind of like tests their script to see if it's a rug or if it like can pull your money out and stuff.
Yes.
And I think they test the website as well. This is where I found all the projects, and I, of course, have this one YouTuber that does the same. So I'm pretty sure I would like get in before the YouTuber posts that project, because when he does, an hour later, there would be like $300,000 into the contract.
Yeah, that part scares me when you're connecting your MetaMask to, let's say, any random website. You could essentially be signing something that gives them access to your MetaMask.
Yeah. Some small projects, they have this thing or technique, strategy, whatever you want to call it, where it's kind of a pre-sale, and you would write down how much of their token you would want to buy, and when you click accept for their stable coin that they take, like USDT, they would say like 200, but at the top they would see one of two transactions, and if you press on that, or you would see the transaction before that, which is like 1 billion USD allowance, which means that you're allowing them to take that limit.
Yeah.
Like,
out of
as
your
much you can out of
yeah, I
your
know. I
wallet.
saw that. I was using the Etherscan the other day.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Etherscan?
Yeah.
Have you
There's
ever got
transactions, right?
the transactions? But if you put in your wallet address,
Yeah.
you can go and look at like I've opened it before and opened up some like ECR20 tokens, and like my wallet's been compromised. Where like literally there's something in there from I don't know where. Somehow they got on the back end that says like you have given somebody access to USDT up to 1 billion.
Yeah.
But if there's no USDT in my account, they can't take it.
Yeah. They can't take anything.
I don't know how the hell that even got. I have no idea how it got in there.
Well,
and then you can do something. There's a new part of Etherscan where you can actually remove that out.
yeah.
But then you have to pay the gas fee, which is then it just gets annoying.
Yeah. Well, I actually know how to do that. You just go top right and then approved websites. And then there would be like all the websites you allowed access to your wallet, like PancakeSwap and stuff. And you could just press the X on the right side and they don't have access to your wallet.
Though, yeah, so I could have been, I'm assuming there could be backdoor stuff on PancakeSwap. I don't know. I like that. So yeah, my MetaMask, my protocol is anything I connect to, I disconnect to, I lock.
Yeah.
The MetaMask is clean. But still on the Etherscan in the back end, it was showing a token that I had to revoke. Yeah. That's what it is. So you go to Etherscan, you click on, there could be an USDT token there, and it says like access to whatever, 1 billion. It's basically unlimited.
Yeah.
And that token's sitting there in my Etherscan like wallet.
Yeah.
That can only be seen on the Etherscan network, not on the MetaMask, and I have to physically revoke this thing. It's almost like a bug is sitting in your wallet that you don't know about.
Well, I have random tokens in my wallet, but that doesn't actually do anything. They don't actually take any money. They're just there so that coin can have multiple holders for I don't know what reason. I just see like on their website of that coin, it's just like, oh, send this amount of that crypto to the address below.
Yeah, it could just be giving it access to that as well. Yeah, the park, the whole crypto space, and the security side scares the shit out of me. I'm always very, very skeptical and quite careful out there as well, and using the right security protocols. On your side, let's say today or tomorrow or whatever this week, like, what are your calls? What's next for you on the investment side? Are you looking at?
Honestly, for now, I think I'm just going to try to learn technical analysis because I think that's like kind of cool and can make you a lot of money if you know how to do it. And I guess try to follow Crypto Cobra's calls because his trades has been successful. Zill, remember? Yeah, he did like 3 trades on those and made with 100x leverage and made 9,000% in 1 week.
So those guys, it's interesting. Now, do they make like, let's say in a week, 20 calls and then one's right? That's me. Like, and then kind of it's like saying, yeah, well, even a broken clock is right twice a day. As long if he makes 100 calls, one of them's gonna hit. Or is he pretty selective?
He's selective. He doesn't do too many signals or calls, but he does a good amount, like maybe 1 or 2 a day. And you would like I guess recently he has been like doing 1 a day because I guess he couldn't see many indicators showing that he should go long or short. And I just follow those.
Yeah, and it's it's hard to even for me like to make those because at the end of the day when someone gives you a signal and you don't know technical analysis, you're kind of just putting your trust into them that they've made the right decision. Are they giving you like, does he give you entry and exit signals being like enter at this dollar and try to exit at this point? Yeah,
he would be like a safe entry and risk entry. And every time he like cashes out, he would post in the VIP Telegram and the free Telegram how much he made and write like Cobra next to it just so like everyone knows it's him. And I guess that's how people are convinced and like get into his thing, get into his service. His free channel has 100,000 people in it, and it grew to 105,000.
That's his Twitter, right?
Yeah.
And you never know, like that.
You get some free signals there.
You never know if it's bots too.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like a lot of those accounts there, they can build up like it's just the secret is you really need to go read the comments and read the retweets, because if it is bots, it's usually just Indians retweeting it, and it's literally social farms in India that just like have thousands of phones that are just like running, and it's a bit sketchy. Just a random question as well. So you've grown up in Phuket your whole life.
Yeah.
What is the typical childhood growing up in Phuket like, in the standard of living? Like, what are you doing for fun? Do you enjoy living on the island? Do you see yourself being here? Where do you see yourself going next?
Oh, I'm leaving as soon as I get the chance to.
You're gonna regret that.
So boring. I'd rather, I just want to.
Where would you go?
England. It's cold. Not so sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the only reason.
Do you get to visit quite often when you go back?
Last time I visited was last summer or 2 summers ago. Yeah. And it was kind of fun because we kind of went to London and went to see old friends that used to go to school here but moved to England, and kind of went around England. And yeah, that's just fun. Pardon? And Monaco once. Yeah. I was told that my dad and his friend tried to sneak me into a strip club. I don't have any memory of this.
It was
a casino.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a strip club.
That's okay. It's basically someone's taking something from you anyways.
They have horrible Wi-Fi at Monaco.
Really?
In the hotel, at least.
In the hotel.
Yeah.
Because that's the good thing about Thailand. The 4G here. I don't know about you, but my 4G has been really weird the past 2 weeks.
Well,
it's been like I had like 3 days where it wasn't working at all.
I also visited Italy, right, Dad? Accidentally visited Italy.
What happened there?
My dad's friend has a boat, and we drove out. Like, how far out? We went into France for lunch. So I also went to France. Went and they got drunk, and I drove the boat back, and I passed Monaco into Italy.
You were driving for them. Was it a big boat or?
I guess it was a cigarette.
Oh, okay.
It was a cigarette.
Yeah, there we go.
And I was 9 years old.
That's the life right there. There we go. We'll clip that one. Yeah, that's the whole podcast.
Yeah.
No, that's perfect. That kind of reminded me to ask you about this. So I was talking to your dad yesterday about that. You're also you've done some like Web 3.0 Wallet Connect gambling.
Yeah. No, not really Web 3.0. You just put money in and then.
Can you explain? I recently looked at this, and it's interesting because then you don't have to deal with like setting up a Bet365 account using fiat. I think gambling websites, this will be the future.
Yeah.
Explain what you did and what happened.
So I was kind of bored, and I was like down on a lot of money at that time. So I put $100 into a popular website called stake.com, and kind of played some games. So
so people understand that, again, they're online casinos.
Yeah.
But they're completely deregulated, and at that point you have the money in your MetaMask, I'm assuming, and you connect your MetaMask wallet to them?
Not really. You kind of just send your money to your stake wallet. They kind of have a wallet set up for you when you sign up, and you just send money to that wallet, and then it'll just show up.
Do they is it like what blockchain are they on?
Multiple. They use like Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tron, EOS, Dogecoin even.
And they give you a wallet address, and then from your MetaMask, you're just sending, let's say, whatever to that wallet address. Yeah. And that appears on the stake wallet.
Yeah. Okay. I mainly send from my exchange.
Yeah.
And on that one day alone, I went from $100 to $1,600.
Okay.
And then I just like played for 2 weeks after that. And then I, in total, accumulated $3,000 in profit. I paid off my debts.
Yeah.
And stopped gambling, really.
Did you take a loss for you to stop, or what happened? Why did you stop?
I stopped because I took a $200 loss.
Okay.
But on that same day, I made that $200 back with a 50 cents profit.
There you go.
So that's when I just knew, like, I'm done stealing money from this casino.
Yeah. Well,
Done
I
with
mean, it's
gambling.
that's probably their game plan to keep you around to take it back. But I'm assuming then the games you're playing in there, they're just made up digitized games.
Kinda. I played 2 main games called Dice and Dragon Towers. On Dragon Towers, it's like you pick easy or medium or hard, super hard. And I played with easy mode. There would be 4 columns and a bunch of rows. And 3 out of 4 columns have eggs, and if you get an egg, you can continue up this tower. And every time you go up 1 egg, there's like a higher multiplier. Like the first egg is 1.13.
Got it. Yeah.
Second is 1.53. Third is 2.43, and I would cash out at 2.43.
Yeah. I've seen there's a site called Roobet or something. Have you heard of Roobet?
Yeah, I heard of Roobet.
Yeah, it's the same
I
shit.
saw that like 2 years ago.
Like Steve, do you know who Steve Will Do It is? No.
Pardon?
Steve Will Do It. Do you know this guy?
Yeah, I think he did like a lot of money, right?
That's where he gets all his money from, Roobet.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. It's like there'll be, let's say, like a 10 by 10 grid of like cards, whatever, doesn't matter, and you're clicking on them until one is an explosion, and then you lose everything.
Mines.
They're mines, something like this, and then every time you click one, it's like ×1, but the next one's ×2, and the next one's ×3, and then you can stop there. Yeah. But then people keep, and you're clicking, and then the second you click a mine, well, you've lost everything.
I'm not a great influence to my friends because I on this day I won 1.6 grand. Yeah. Kind of gave one of my friends $100 just to play around with, and on that day he's like, "Oh, I made $300. This is so easy." And then in 2 minutes later, he lost that $300.
And did he try to get more money and put it on?
No, he still had that $100 that I gave him.
Okay.
And then he made that. He made 300 again, and he's like, "Nope, this is not easy. I'm taking this profit." And yeah, he just left with that.
So when you want to cash out, you're just sending it. You're sending the stake coin at this point back to your Binance.
You're kind of sending like Bitcoin and Litecoin, like whatever coin you deposited in, out into your exchange. That's what I did. I used Litecoin.
And are there any like stipulations there? Like, do you have to pay like an onboarding fee and exit fee when you're trying to get in and out?
Yeah, transaction fees are.
Oh, just basic transaction fees.
Yeah,
that's easy.
But except when you withdraw from stake, it's a lot cheaper since you're kind of like, they have this system where they get a bunch of that crypto. Like they get the people that are withdrawing at the exact same time and kind of do it through one transaction. So they would everyone would have to pay like a portion of the withdrawal fees.
So you're kind of waiting to take the boat.
Not really. You could just withdraw instantly because there's like a lot of people withdrawing every second.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I use Tron, which is like $1 per transaction fees. You know Tron? It's like 23rd.
It's a coin. Yeah. I don't really look past, I would say, the top 10. Yeah. And I'm more just on the NFT side. Like I honestly just do my technical analysis on Bitcoin because whatever happens in Bitcoin happens on everything. Yeah. So you don't really, unless there's like, well, except for something like Luna. Did you see how much they went up? They just broke an all-time high this week. I think they hit 110. Oh. Yeah, Luna.
Isn't it like 90 or 80 right now? No, I think it's 100.
I saw it at 109 yesterday, but their all-time high was like 80 or 90, something like that. Yeah. Which is interesting because Luna's one of the only coins that have exploded. Because I'm not sure if you're familiar. The owner, let's call it, of Luna is Do Kwon. Yeah. You can check him on Twitter. He's huge. But what they're doing is they're buying 128 million US dollars of Bitcoin every day up until they reach 8 billion. And I think they're only at 1 or 2 billion right now. So that's the reason why Bitcoin's going up. Because they're just you understand dollar cost averaging? No. Basically what that means is when you purchase, do you understand dollar cost averaging? Okay, so basically what that means, it's a technique and a strategy used for purchasing well, it can be used for equities, but it works well because in crypto, because crypto is so volatile.
Yeah.
So dollar cost averaging is like, okay, I have 100,000 US dollars and I want to buy Bitcoin, right? Okay, Bitcoin's at 47.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll use 10% to buy now.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it goes up or down, you buy again. Okay, it goes down. I'll use another 10% there.
Yeah.
Okay, it went down again. Another 10% there. Oh, it went up. Another 10% there. And the reason you're doing that is after you use that 100,000, your actual entry point or your break-even point is going to be much more protected.
Yeah.
Meaning that if you bought it for, let's say you bought it 50,000, or simple, you bought it 100,000 for numbers' sake, and then it goes down to 50,000, and you put 50 grand at each one. Well, actually, your break-even 75.
Yeah.
So I use this technique to protect yourself when things in the crypto world crash.
Yeah.
Because again, if it goes down 20%, use the same capital that you've invested at that point down there. Now your break even isn't way up there, it's in between and down. So it's just called dollar cost averaging, which a lot of people use in the staking and liquidity in that market as a strategy as well. Is there anything interesting in terms of like on any type of big coins you're looking at, like the top 10s? Like, are you looking at XRP? Is there anything like on your horizon that you're still thinking maybe to pull the trigger on, that you would give advice to any of those like crypto enthusiasts out there that are maybe looking to make an investment?
I guess right now I'm just trying to find a good area to get back into AVAX and make that money I lost.
A good entry point into AVAX.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, they're an interesting. I haven't done enough research into those blockchains, but again, do you see AVAX? Maybe a better way to word that. Have you done enough research on like the different blockchains, like the Solana, AVAX, Ethereum, Bitcoin, that you're comfortable to talk about their strengths, their weaknesses?
I guess they're really mostly all the same. They all have low fees, and I don't really know what the difference between them are. They all seem the same, and their coins just are at different prices. On AVAX, one thing I do know is most node projects that are on AVAX are mostly successful compared to other node projects. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone up at least tenfold. Avalanche and now Luna's blockchain as well, and it's going to be interesting to see. Well, for your lifetime, you wouldn't be aware, but it's for my side. Like I was kind of around the .com area when this was coming up, and I think it's going to be the same thing. I mean, we had things back then that you would be familiar with, like where's Netscape Navigator? Who uses Internet Explorer? That's my guess. And again, you wouldn't even know what those are. Netscape Navigator. Have you heard of it? Or
no?
Again, it's just those were like web browsers essentially. So
isn't Internet Explorer just Microsoft Edge now?
Correct. That's it. But do you use it?
Yeah.
No, you use it.
Use Microsoft Edge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. You probably use
yeah, I use Bravo.
Bravo. You're probably using that as the browser.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the most protected, but it's so slow in Thailand. Do you find?
No, mine's fast.
Really? I've had issues with mine. I was using it because Bravo, it's the most protected. And so when you're using things like MetaMask, that's the best way to use MetaMask. You shouldn't be using Google Chrome.
Yeah.
But that's my guess. These softwares, these blockchains are probably going to be similar in that sense to see who survives. Right now, I see Ethereum probably being the winner. But they're gonna have to fix these gas fees because it's insane right now. And they're lucky because Ethereum's low now. So when it was 2,500, 2,100, and I'm buying NFTs, so the gas fees were down to $10. But when it's 4,500, 4,000 or 4,500, some of the gas fees, like just on normal transactions for NFTs, were like $120, which is okay when you're buying like a $5,000 NFT, you don't care. But if you're a kid looking to buy, a $50, $100 NFT and your gas is the same price, it's not that attractive at all.
I'm pretty sure I saw a 12-year-old that is in England made an NFT project for fun, and he made $500,000 from that.
It's
like crazy.
possible. It's possible. It's
on OpenSeas.
It depends on. It really depends on marketing and eyes
Yeah.
and who gets behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? The real question is, was it really him, or is there someone behind it? Is there a puppet pulling the strings and he's the face? You never know.
He went on a podcast
and
was interviewed by two dudes, and he had unbelievable vocabulary. I forgot how to say that word.
Yeah, it's always vocabulary.
Yeah, I got it.
These kids, I mean, at the end of the day, it's the amount of research that you put into it as well. So on your side, you're 15. You're going to school right now. What are your plans? I mean, when I was your age at 15. Not even close. I don't even want to talk about that. It's not a good influence. But I was not doing what you're doing. What are the next steps for you? Are you planning to, do you have it all mapped out? Are you planning to go to university? What do you see yourself doing up until the point of graduating university?
I honestly want to learn technical analysis mostly and become a scalper or day trader.
Jesus Christ.
And
can I be hey, don't forget the little guys, eh?
Yeah.
Call me up when you're a billionaire. My God.
And of course, do that with crypto, forex, and stocks, because those are where it's like most hot.
So you like to gamble?
No.
I
like to depend on my indicators.
That is like absolute. That's gambling in a nutshell. But no, scalping is super high risk, very high stress. Yeah, you're ready for that. You're 15. You drink coffee or
no?
So, are you planning to go to university as well to follow up on this? Because obviously that stuff, maybe you'd have to go into like some sort of financial education system, or even also into the coding side as well, which I heard you were doing.
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna go to university in England and do finance, learn more about finance overall.
Would you get into programming as a minor? Is this something that you've been looking into? I heard you're doing some data analyst, maybe some SQL, some JavaScript as well, or no?
No, I'm not doing JavaScript. I'm doing Python and SQL.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Why did you decide to now, are you doing that through
Coursera.
Why did you decide to take that on?
I didn't decide that. My dad forced it.
Oh, because I
didn't have a choice.
That was his background. Yeah. Well, we're not gonna. Yeah.
It's a Coursera course. It takes about 6 months, and after that, you're IBM professionally certified in data analytics, which is one of the biggest fields in
the world.
We should have got Stu and Mike, because we're not gonna pick any of that up.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
You should have sat here next to me.
Yeah. Well, it's not easy. It gets tight over there. That's still my clothes are still in there every morning. It's a nightmare as I'm getting fatter and fatter. So this is mainly your dad he threw you under the bus there.
Yeah.
He's
he's a LinkedIn with seven of the courses.
Yeah.
It's a certificate.
Are you generally interested in them when you're taking them? Is there any takeaway from that you find that could be applicable later?
I guess the most entertaining part of it was web scraping, where you would make your own code to get a part of another website and to have it on your website.
Yeah, I used to do email scraping. Yeah, through Yellow Pages. I know I was a bit of a scam artist back in the day, but whatever.
I do email scraping.
Yeah, but then they have the thing is or you just go pay some guy $100 and buy the program, and then it takes seconds. But so you're doing the Python side and the SQL side. Can that if you were to maybe build your own NFT project in the Web 3.0 world, could those skills be used there?
No, I've watched some videos on how to make an NFT project. I certainly do know how to make an NFT project, and it's basic coding really. You just need the layers,
for the images.
Yeah, that's the only hard part because I don't know. I'm horrible at drawing.
Yeah, well, did you do the research into the smart contract side?
Not really. I think I know how to make a minting website now,
Okay.
which is
Which
okay.
that then connects to the Etherscan, the blockchain.
Yeah.
And you're okay because. Well, yeah. I mean, you don't really, if you wanted to do a like a crash course, just for, let's call it just to have some fun and create your own NFT project, just go to like Fiverr.com and pay some Indian $5. There you go. He'll draw you a hat and a pair of eyes, and I'm assuming then those layers. That part I haven't figured out yet. So when you're coding on the back end, it's like you're taking every layer and then it's automating the images and outputting the image based on, I don't know, you have 10 different hats, 10 different colors of eyes. Is your headphones are okay?
I just want to hear what it's like without the
Oh
headphones.
yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It's like a small echo.
Yeah, those ones I think have an echo. I don't know. Well, I'll have to check later. We're having problems with them. I think they're meant for gaming, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like the third or fourth pair, and none of them work. I give up now. I think I need a special pair to fix with this mixer. But you would know how to do the coding. Because look at Hans getting excited. Because Hans can do the art. He said he's looking for.
Well, I know how to set it all up.
Jesus, great, Hans! You're giving
I
him.
You
don't
can
My,
also do
know
the coding,
you can do the
how to
coding.
do,
the layers and everything.
Really?
Yeah. You do VS Code. Do you use VS Code?
Visual Code.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
That's what
Visual
you-
Studio.
I prefer Code because it's blue. I like.
I wouldn't know how. Yeah, I wouldn't know how to do that. I've seen the smart contract side. I taught I watched some YouTube videos on how to mint NFTs off Etherscan. It's actually super simple. But the benefit of that is if someone's doing a mint, let's say on the NFT world, and you're afraid of their website crashing because of traffic, to bypass that, you can do it through the Etherscan on the back end in the code.
Yeah.
So like you literally take their smart contract wallet address, put it in, you'll see the smart contract, and then there will be like a tab called Mint.
Yeah.
And you just
Oh yeah, I saw a video.
yeah, that's all you have to do. It's so simple.
Yeah.
So if you know that, but you need to know the mint price exact and the quantity that max you can get. So if you know the mint's 0.3 and the max quantity is 5, you literally open up that mint tab, open it, connect your MetaMask wallet, and mint through the Etherscan.
Yeah.
It's and that's what the bots are doing.
Yeah.
And I want to look into that. Have you looked into any bot trading websites on crypto? Because those are the ones. Which one? KuCoin will do that?
I know 2 websites, KuCoin and PO something. POMX, I think it was. As far as I know, POMX has the best trading bots, and KuCoin might have the same. Because when I go on there, I would be able to see the ranking. Like, people would make their own bots and how long they have been running it for, what coin, and their APR. And there would be like 11,000 on like ZIL or GMT, and yeah.
Yeah, that's bots are meant for scalping.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think humans are. Those, because also you have to, when you're scalping. Now I've done scalping on Saxo when I was doing Forex trading scalping. You have to be so fast, and the system needs to be so quick. And there's always that issue when you're scalping on crypto because of the signing delays and the transaction delays, right?
On what's it called? On the exchanges, there's
quick?
like no delays.
Ah,
The
okay.
exchange I use, Bybit, it's like mainly for futures derivatives
Mm.
because their price, their fees are like 3 times cheaper than other websites derivatives. I think they actually pay you to do like a limit trade, like 0.025.
Can you set that up? See, I don't. I've always been DeFi, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you set that up on Binance when you're trading crypto and set up, buy limit orders and stop, and meaning like when the price hits this buy?
Yeah, you can do that on Binance.
Okay. And setting up your stop loss, your take profits. So it's all automated before you can automate, like have that stuff in place before a trade's executed.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, we'll wrap this up. We've easily passed an hour. We're going to wrap this up soon. We had another young adult like yourself on. He was 12 years old. That was actually my ex-girlfriend's kid. He's a great kid. He went to British International School. But I'm going to put you on the spot. This is your camera here. You're 15.
Yeah.
Just leave 20-year-old Tiger a message. What would you tell him?
But try your best to become rich.
Okay. Hey,
I don't really know.
you're gonna watch this back, not me.
Yeah. Don't forget about crypto and stocks, and forget about forex. That's trash.
Maybe why don't you take a forex is trash. 100% agree. Maybe give yourself the most 5-year radical prediction of any type of coin. Where do you see it at? And let's see how close you are. You can watch this podcast back in 5 years. Predict where is Ethereum and Bitcoin in 5 years?
To get crypto prices up, kill Putin.
Oh,
Got
God.
this. Okay,
I think
that's not serious, Putin. If you're watching this,
yeah, we're gonna have to buzz. We're gonna have to buzz that out because we're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe YouTube doesn't like Putin. Actually, they might promote us because that's the other thing we always are careful with. We never say the current situation. YouTube, because they pick up their algorithms can pick up the keywords, right, and flag you right away. It's not the question of the podcast will be able to post, but they won't push it. It's so strange. It's like if you do an Instagram story and say anything about COVID. Oh, we're fucked now. Anyway, just
you said it.
All right. Sorry, YouTube. All right, we're gonna cut out. What if anybody wants to? Well, do we want anyone reaching out to him if they want? They can find you on LinkedIn, right?
Yeah, LinkedIn, and I'll come to drinks and co every Wednesday night.
Okay. Well.
LinkedIn.
Do a shout out. Do your whatever you're plugging. If you're selling, what do you just let the audience know what you're trying to sell?
I'm not sponsored by anything, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, just these mushrooms. Well, it's too young for kids.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm joking.
The greatest, I don't know what they are.
Yeah, the greatest mushrooms you can buy. No, hey, it's all legalized stuff.
I want to say one thing. My friend told me to say this.
Yeah.
Column, you suck.
Yeah, is it Column or Callum?
Column.
Column, you suck.
Column.
You suck, Column.
He told me to say he's good.
Yeah, we'll clip that and we can tag him on Instagram if you want. Yeah. Perfect. All right, that wraps up another edition or episode or whatever this is. I don't know who we have on next week. I'm not sure. We have some interesting people we've connected with that will be coming on soon. I think we're going to blow up. We are the biggest podcast in the world right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and that's it.